Let me tell you about my new book in just 5 minutes. Think of this as your personal Cliff Notes edition. It's the story of 30 philosophers, starting with King Shuruppak of Sumer. This book is the story of human thought over the last 5,000 years. Before jumping in, Chapter 1 tells the scientific version of our origin story, including the Big Bang and how evolution, genetics, and cultural transmission impact the exploration of free will. 30 Philosophers isn't just another book about great thinkers. It's about thinking well. It's about understanding the timeless ideas that have anchored human reason for 5,000 years. You don't just read this book, you evolve with it. No matter how well you think now, this book will help you think better. Learn when to flow with nature and when to flow with society. Exploring the ideas driving the classics will train your mind to slow down, to see patterns, to understand why certain ideas endure, while others fade into the background of history. Because the best thinkers in history, from Confucius to Descartes, from Hume to Nietzsche, didn't just have ideas. They learned how to test them, how to see truth through the fog of emotion, politics, and fear. And that's exactly what you'll learn too. In the West, the story of Socrates is key, as told by his student Plato. Plato's student Aristotle was likely the most successful thinker in history. This isn't just a list of 30 philosophers. It's the epic story of how science, history, and philosophy shaped the modern scientific mind. The story of how our understanding of truth evolved, collided, and transformed through time, through the lens of 80 touchstone ideas. You'll witness how knowledge builds upon itself, each generation adding a new thread to the tapestry of human understanding, from reason and logic to freedom and meaning. Chapter 14 dives into cause and effect from a scientific viewpoint. It then pivots to the spiritual and related idea of karma, before finishing up with the life-affirming idea of holistic eudaimonia. Each idea is explored in context, because truth isn't born in isolation. When you see an idea in its time, alongside its rivals and its echoes, you begin to understand it deeply. Wisdom emerges from pondering disparate ideas. That's the heart of critical thinking. And that's the heart of 30 philosophers. With Peter Abelard, we explore universals and existence. Chapter 18 is my favorite. It's the chapter I introduce my idea of ideas. It explores our object-oriented nature, pattern recognition, and explains the idea of ideas. So, if you're ready to anchor your thinking within the best ideas humanity has ever produced, get your copy today. To strengthen your reasoning in a world built on distraction, and to rediscover what it truly means to think, then 30 Philosophers is your next step toward enlightenment. Galileo's chapter puts together infinity and the infinitesimal, as well as Galileo's relativity principle and Einstein's theory of relativity. Descartes' chapter takes a new look at his thought experiment and dives into the concept of idea modeling. Discover how understanding the past can sharpen the way you think today. With the chapter on Roger Williams, we dip our toes into the story of political philosophy. His use of the 2 tables of the 10 Commandments was the key to the idea of separation of church and state. As the book transitions into the Enlightenment period, we encounter John Locke and the power of checks and balances, and his ideas on natural rights. Then comes Spinoza. Born Baruch Spinoza, he becomes a lens maker turned revolutionary philosopher. If you think about it, the only realm we know about firsthand is the material world. Everything else is a matter of belief. This is the chapter we add spirituality, representing anything larger than ourselves. The touchstones through the murky waters of thought includes truth hammers, like journalism. The revered Voltaire shaped society's relationship to truth and who gets to decide what truth is. In these pages, we explore if freedom of speech is an unalienable right or a privilege that can be revoked. David Hume's story is a vital thread in the fabric of British empiricism, alongside figures like John Locke and George Berkeley. This is the part of the story of how your impressions forge your knowledge and Hume's unique way of categorizing ideas. We also add the missing idea of instincts to Hume's philosophy. Immanuel Kant attempts to bridge the chasm between rationalism and empiricism. In this chapter, we explore his transcendental idealism as well as ethics with his categorical imperative. Today, many remember John Stuart Mill primarily for his influential book On Liberty, and perhaps for his harm principle. Where Aristotle sought personal fulfillment in eudaimonia, and the Sikhs cautioned against the 5 thieves of inner peace, Mill shifts the quantification from a self-focused perspective to a universal one. Friedrich Nietzsche's story is about challenging traditional morality and opening a door to a postmodern understanding. While he is perhaps the person most responsible for entrenching the dreaded nihilism into society, you'll discover his story is about a lover of life, someone who even composed music. Today, Sartre, the chain-smoking existentialist who frequented Parisian cafes, is most remembered as an activist writer and for his idea of bad faith. In this final chapter, Kierkegaard, Heidegger, and Sartre are used to tell the story of existentialism and to explore consciousness as a foundation for it. If you've ever wondered why we think, feel, and question the way we do, 30 Philosophers was written for you. It brings the story of modern thought to life. Discover how the great minds of history shaped the way you see the world, and maybe how you can reshape it.